Okay, today's topic for today's community call is buyer psychology. Buyer's psychology. I'm going to open your mind to a lot of things today. Buyer's psychology. You just think about the word buyer's psychology. But first, let's look at what psychology means. I don't know any other person's definition. I don't know what Google will tell you. I don't know what dictionary will tell you. But in the layman's language, for better understanding, psychology is close to the word manipulation. Psychology means using words or actions to convince, I don't want to use the word deceive, to convince another party into taking required action. I hope you understand. Psychology, I'm not giving you a definition though, I'm just telling you something that you can understand. Psychology is the act of using words or actions to let people carry out actions that you want them to carry out. Now, if we now join it together and say buyer's psychology, now what are we talking about? We are talking about what you can do to a buyer, how you can convince a buyer to carry out required action. Now, it doesn't end there. It continues by explaining again that before you can do this, before you can convince a buyer, before you can manipulate them into taking required action, you need to understand them. You need to understand the buyer, and that is what we want to focus on. If you just say, buy my book, they will not buy. You need to understand what to do to them, how you need to do it, when to do it, so that they will now buy that book when you want them to buy it. That is what today's topic is all about. We want to look at what people do when they come online. What is that thing that triggers their emotions and say, I will need to buy this book? Because actually, most of the time, when people go online, in our last class when I talked about ads and low-cost ads, I was explaining how the Amazon platform is totally different from social media platform, where I said the difference is that on Amazon, people come themselves to search for what they want. Unlike social media, when you don't search for it, you just be scrolling through, looking at comedy, looking at Sabinus, Brother Shaggy, and the rest of them, and then you just see adverts in between the posts. If that is what you need at that time, you would click to buy, or you at least save it, or you recommend it. But on Amazon, if somebody go to Amazon to buy something, it is with intention to buy. With intention to buy in the sense that as they are searching it, they either want to buy it or they want to know if Amazon has it. You see that is also an intention to buy. If, for example, you stand up now, you need something like a laptop. You need a laptop for your KDP business. And then you stand up from your house. You don't have a laptop, but you need one. And you stand up from your house and you go to Slots, or you go to you go to HP store where they sell laptop. You don't even have money. You don't have money, but you went there to check if they have laptops or the type of laptop you want. That is an intention to buy. This simply means that if you find out that they have it, the day you make that money, you are going there to buy it. That is an intention to buy. So we are saying that we want to know what buyers do, how they act, what makes them, what pushes them to want to click and buy that product. If you know this thing, then you will know how to manipulate your target audience. Your target audience are your buyers. I always use the word buyers. I don't like using the word customers or consumers because they are two different things. Customers and consumers are two different things. Please note today. Customers and consumers are two different things. Let me break it down. Customers are a customer. Your customer is the person that buys directly from you. It doesn't necessarily mean that is the person that will consume that goods or use that goods. The fact that they buy it from you does not mean they are the ones that will use it. For example, diabetes diet cookbook for kids, or how to raise emotionally intelligent kids. This book is for kids to consume, but it is not for kids to buy. Kids cannot come and buy it. Kids cannot come on Amazon and say they want to buy something. They cannot even allow them register in the first place. So they don't even understand how the platform works. But the customers in this case are the parents, while the consumers are the kids. For example, you are selling children toys. The customers are the parents or anybody that buys these toys, while the consumers are the kids that will use them. So that's the difference between a customer and a consumer. So in the Amazon KDP context, I always like to use buyers, because we don't know whether it is the buyer that wants to use the book, or they want to gift it out to somebody, or they are looking for the book on behalf of somebody. Maybe their parent is diabetic and they want to get diet plan for them. They will come on Amazon to look for the book. In that case, that person is not your consumer. That person is your customer. But if you use the word buyer, it's all encompassing. You are covering everybody, whether the person that buys the book or the person that uses the book. Whatever decision, whatever data or analysis you do for this segment of people is going to cover both the buyer and the consumer. I hope this my small explanation is clear. So your buyer, we want to look at what triggers a buyer's emotion to say, now this book I will buy and the book I will buy. I want 2 or 3 people to request to speak. Let me see if you understand. Let me know if you understand what I just said. Just 3 people. I'll just allow you speak, and then you just explain to me. Just give a summary of what I just said. Okay, somebody's with Santos. Hey, my Oga Santos Steve. Oh yeah, now I don't allow you speak. Santos Alpha.
Good evening, boss.
Good evening, my Oga. How you doing now?
I'm fine, bro.
Yes, sir. Santos bought me fuel yesterday.
Thanks.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, no.
No problem, sir. Welcome, sir. Yes, sir. What makes buyer, according to my own little research, is when you have a solution to their problem. That's the first thing that triggers them to buy.
Okay.
Because they're looking for solution. And if you have this solution, you have sell the market.
Okay.
I'll give an example. I need the bottle water because I'm working in that sun.
Okay.
The first person that talk bottle water on my front, and it's chill, I will not go to the shop and look for it.
Yes.
I'll say, hey,
just come and give me bottle water, and then you pay immediately. Because that's the solution to the problem you're currently facing, which is you are thirsty. That makes a lot of sense. Yes. Thank you very much, brother. Yes. Thank you so much. Let's see. Ola Adekombi. I hope I pronounced that well. Ola, I've accepted your request to speak. Stainless. Okay, that's the third person. Stainless. Either Ola or Stainless, whoever comes up first can speak. Ola, are you there? Stainless. Okay, I think we have to continue. I like what Santos just said. Now, I asked a question. I said, what do you think influences a buyer's decision or their emotion to make them want to buy something? And somebody said, solution. But is the answer really solution? Yes, the answer is solution. You see, when people come on Amazon, no matter the kind of book, no matter the book, as long as Amazon accepts it to their platform, it is a solution to a problem. Even if it is a fiction book or a non-fiction book or a coloring book or low content book, it is a solution to a problem. So that is the first thing that should be at the back of your mind. As a buyer, well, in fact, while writing your book as the author, you need to be writing the book for, put yourself in the position of the person you are writing that book for. I hope you understand. If you want to write a book about, let's say, Dubai travel guide, for example, anytime I want to talk about a topic, if I want to mention the title of a book, I try so much not to mention any of my own topic, any of the topics in my book. I'll just say, let's say, let's say Dubai travel guide, for example. I have a book about Dubai, Sha, but it's not. Is it a travel guide? It's not a travel guide, but it's something like that. So let's say Dubai travel guide, and you would, while writing that book, before you write the Dubai travel guide, this is what also determines sale. You would need to first research about this Dubai. You've been hearing Dubai, 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 Dubai. You might not have gone there, but at least go and do a little research. Read about them. Okay, what's this Dubai self? Where is it? What part of the world? Which continent is it? This Dubai, where is it? Which country? Which continent? Which city? What's the population? What's the so all these things are the things that anybody that wants to buy a Dubai travel guide would also be thinking about. You cannot want to go to vacation on a place now and you will not want to know the country. Let's say it's a place inside the country. You will not want to know the country where it is. For example, somebody in Europe or anywhere wants to come to Nigeria now. Let's say the person wants to go to Enugu travel guide. You think the person will not be interested in knowing that Enugu is a place in southeast, and then southeast inside Nigeria, and Nigeria inside West Africa? Sure, you understand? So put yourself in the buyer's shoes. What are the things, the possible things that this buyer would want to know about this book? That's the thing you will put in the book. And that was how I came up with having communication languages in your travel guide. If you're writing the travel guide, especially if it's a non-English speaking city or country, you need to put communication and translate it to English. For example, you're writing somewhere a travel guide for Marseille travel guide. Marseille is in France. Now, you will now put like 50 or 100 communication words for travelers who are not French speakers, who are English speakers, but would want to go to France. So you put communication, all this, you put bonjour, you put good morning, mademoiselle, madam, or something. All those things, you put them, you tell ChatGPT or whatever AI you are using, and it will give you all these things. And then you put it somewhere that anybody that clicks the look inside of your travel guide would see that thing. In fact, it can come before your introduction, so that if anybody wants to go to Marseille or anywhere in France for vacation, and the person does not understand French, and the person clicks your look inside. See, for somebody to click your look inside, the person is interested in that book because they've crossed the hurdle of cover, description, A+ content maybe, and they've clicked look inside. It is somebody that is interested. Clicking look inside is intentional for consumers or for customers or for buyers rather. If somebody clicks your look inside, the person they're interested in that book. If they're not interested in your book, from the cover or from description, they will click off. But if they click the look inside, they are interested in that book. So don't let that person go. Let them see the kind of things that would catch their attention and buy that book. And for travel guide, for example, is what I'm just explaining. One of the things that catches the attention of people is communication words. Basic communication words. They will learn it, and then when they get to the location in France, they know that they can use this thing to communicate with people. Where is the route? Where is the road? How much is this? Where are you going? You know, those kind of things. They will learn it. So anybody that sees that knows that the writer of this book is actually intentional. This book will deliver value. So that is just that about it. So whenever anybody comes on Amazon to buy a book, it is solution. Number one rule, understand that customers or buyers are solution driven. Are you with me? Buyers are solution driven. If your book does not act like or does not seem like it will provide a solution to their problem, they would click out. They will not buy it. Okay, let's even use you as an example. Everybody here at least bought something today. Now, when you went to buy that thing, why did you buy it? Is it not because you felt this thing would satisfy you based on what you want to use it for, its function? If you feel like it will not satisfy you, not buy it. If you go and, for example, most people, if you go to where they sell soft drinks and you say, "Madam, I beg, I want buy Coke," and they say, "Coke no deal, na malt or na biggie cola dey, big cola. I don't want biggie cola." You will leave. That is because the satisfaction you will derive from Coke, you cannot get it from biggie cola. at that time. You rather say, okay, just if you are so thirsty, you just say, I bet just give me water, make I drink, because you did not get that Coke. This is how customers think. So when they come on Amazon, obviously we know that physically, you know that psychological factors or psychological elements are not seen with the eyes. So if you talk about book cover, your pricing, your A+ content, the reviews, all these are physical. These are things that they see with their eyes. Now, if we're talking about buyer psychology, we are talking about things they don't see, but you can use it to manipulate them into buying that book. They don't see it. Anything psychology is not something you can see or touch with the eyes. It's something that you plow on people's ideologies, people's thinking, how they think. You want to manipulate the way they think. Whatever they think, their personal ideologies about something, you want to change it. If somebody comes on Amazon now and the person wants to buy a book about, let's say, Dash Diet Cookbook 2025. No, the person wants to buy a cookbook, Dash Diet Cookbook. No, the effect of adding 2025 or for seniors is psychological. You are manipulating them into buying that book, but they don't know you are manipulating them, because Dash Diet, heart disease. If you look at the statistics, young people don't catch heart disease, except maybe by inheritance or something, or hereditary. Sorry, I said inheritance, hereditary. But this disease only affects majorly old people. At least 60 to 70% of old people are the ones that face heart problems. And this is as a result of things they've been eating, their lifestyle, their bad eating lifestyle from their younger age. Now, you already know that this thing called heart disease, Dash Diet is for heart disease, dietary approach to something hypertension. So you already know that this is a book for old people. Then you put it there, Dash Diet Cookbook for seniors. You know that now only seniors, they get this problem. Now, if somebody comes on Amazon, anybody above 40 or 50 already knows that he's a senior. And then they come on Amazon and then they look at every day, they just search Dash Diet Cookbook, or they search Dash Diet. They will see many books, Dash Diet for beginners, Dash Diet for this, Dash Diet air fryer. They will now see Dash Diet Cookbook for seniors. The fact that the person is a senior gives your book an advantage. These are psychological effects that they are not seeing. To them, your book is going to provide more solution to them, but they don't know that you don't already go do your research. You don't know, saying as seniors they buy this book. So when they come and they see it, it is talking to them directly. Normally, if you create a Dash Diet Cookbook and a Dash Diet Cookbook for seniors, experimentally, the one for seniors will sell the most, because people that contact Dash Diet, people that contact heart diseases, are seniors. Even if somebody comes on the platform and they want to buy for their parents or their uncle or their guardians at home, and they see the one for seniors, they will rather buy the ones for seniors rather than buying the ones that is just vague for everybody, because they would believe that the ones for seniors is talking to them more. So you use all these psychological words to manipulate them into buying, but they would not see it as manipulation. The same thing is the same way the effect of adding 2025 to your book. And now I'm not saying everybody must go and be adding 2025 to their books. I'm just using this as an analysis to let you know that all these things are psychological. Unlike the book cover, they will say that it is fine. Excuse me. The book cover, they will say it is fine. They will see reviews. They will go and check the reviews, just as they see them with their eyes. But if you now say Dash Diet, or you say somebody wants to go on vacation this 2025, and then you do something like Budapest Travel Guide 2025. That thing is psychological. You are telling the person that all other Budapest travel guide are there, but this is the one created for this year. It is the most updated. The 2025 you added to that book is passing a lot of message. This is the most updated. This is the one for this year that you should buy, since your vacation that you want to go is this year. But normally, the person go there 2025, in go vacation of 2024. You see that it is psychological. So these are the little things that you put in your book that helps you catch the attention of potential buyers. So, number one thing you should know is that don't sell a book. I've forgotten who said that thing. Don't sell a book, sell solutions. If you are selling solutions on Amazon, you'll be making money. You'll be making money. The idea now is to look for the problem people are facing and then create the solution and upload it. If the title you are trying to publish a book on is not a problem people are facing, nobody go buy the book, and that is what brings about poor sales. Apart from saturation. Now, some time ago I went to Lagos and I met somebody that was begging me that he wants to do KDP. Bro, I want to do KDP. I don't try. I don't make sales. I said, okay. You don't learn KDP before? He said, no. I said, which book you get? Which book you don't upload? He said, in fact, he puts in a lot of work in trying to create the book before you uploaded it. I said, what is the title of the book? He said, How to Cure Malaria. Hey, malaria for who? You don't ever, if you get malaria for US, they feel isolate you. They go put you for one room, look you well, like how to cure malaria. You know, people, they buy this book. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. He did not do proper market analysis to see how customers think or what they do. If an American citizen even sees a book, How to Cure Malaria, he just look and laugh, say, this is not a problem here now, so why should he buy the book? They are not facing the problem of malaria there, so there's no reason to buy the book. So this is exactly how you tamper on the psychology of your potential buyers. Now, after you have created the solution, the next step is now packaging. Packaging, that's another thing. That packaging is psychological. If, for example, most of us, let me even use the word, I know most people feel ashamed to drink the real bottle Coke as against the plastic Coke. If you go out now, you are somewhere, you are outside, maybe you are even in your school premises, or you are somewhere in an eatery, and then they ask you, what Coke would you want, the bottle or the plastic? That's the pet Coke. Baba, forget, now the plastic Coke you go take. This is because the plastic Coke looks more presentable, and this is why the plastic Coke is more expensive. What you have in the bottle Coke is the same content as what you have in the plastic Coke, but because they don't psychologically sell you the plastic Coke, say plastic is more presentable, plastic, can drink it everywhere, big men are using the plastic Coke to drink, that's the pet Coke. You are now convinced that you cannot hold the big bottle Coke and drink it outside. Meanwhile, Coke na Coke, but they don't psychologically sell you the plastic Coke, and you will even paid more for it. So after you have found a solution, this is what Coke did. Coke found out that there are some set of people that would like prestige. They cannot take the bottle Coke outside. They prefer the plastic Coke. That is a problem. They found a problem, and then they created a solution. And the solution is to repackage the one for the higher class people, the wannabes, and then they repackage it, added money to it, and then poured it into the market for you. That is packaging. Now, in KDP, our own packaging is now the way we do our books. This is what brings us to the physical. Now, let me take you back to where I started. I said book cover, reviews, the price, all these things also influence the buyer decision, but they are physical features of the book. And I also said just now that Coke found out, okay, no, let me break it down so you understand. So, and I said, after you've seen book cover, price, and reviews, all these things are elements that influence buyer decision, but they are physical. But there are other things, like things you put inside your title or your subtitle by telling them that this book is for seniors, when you know they are obviously they are seniors. You know that they are seniors facing that problem. Then you now wrote it again that for seniors, trying to let them know that this book is specifically made for them. That one is psychological. They are not seeing it. So in our case now, in the Coke example that I gave you now, Coke detected a problem. The problem is that there are people that like prestige that cannot drink their normal bottle Coke. That problem is not what the eyes can see. So they need psychology to work there, and that's why they decided to do something for that class of people. Now if you go to the eatery now, you want to buy something, without being told, you will not even request for the Coke. You will not request for that bottle Coke, because they've sold you the prestige that you want. That's exactly how we are selling the book for seniors to a senior customer, without being told, without telling him. Even if somebody brings 2 books to him and say, you have to choose one, this one is Dash Diet alone, while this one is Dash Diet for seniors, because the person knows he is a senior, he would go for the one that is saying for seniors. And that's exactly how Coke is selling plastic Coke to you psychologically. It's not something you can see with your eyes, but they've sold it to you even before you brought out money to buy it. You've paid for it. You see that's psychological, and it is under packaging. So after you've found a problem and you've brought a solution, you need to package that solution to meet the expectation of the potential buyer. This is where the physical now comes. The book cover design, the reviews, and the pricing. Now, like I always say, once your book cover don't make somebody click your book, if they click your book because of the attractive book cover, 2 things that they want to see again is price comparison. They will compare your price with that of other people. You're not the only one selling it now. That's why you see that the price of Coke and Pepsi cannot go too far from each other. You have to, if for example, Coke and Pepsi, 2 of them are cola drinks. If for example Pepsi is 1,000 naira and Coke is 400 naira, Pepsi no go dey sell for the average market too. Pepsi will be selling for only people that can afford it, far people that can afford it. So if you want to target the low level market, you have to put your price close to people that are in competition with you, people that are your competitors. Because even if your product is very good, very, very good, and it is priced very expensive, there are only few people that can be buying it, and it takes a lot of work to identify those people and promote to them alone. There's a particular bottled water that Okwemi Famakin said he bought for 5,000 naira. They don't sell it everywhere. You cannot go. In fact, I don't think I think it's only Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt that they sell it. They don't sell it in other parts of the country, because they know that before you go sell bottled water 5,000 naira, you need a specific kind of people that are earning high income earners to promote that bottled water too. So if you use that context in KDP, it means that you have to start running ads, a lot of ads, because on Amazon you cannot target people based on their purchasing power. You target everybody randomly. You only target people based on the keywords. You cannot target people on Amazon based on their purchasing power. Like the bottled water for 5,000 naira, you can decide to say, I'm going to be selling this bottled water only in Maitama in Abuja, or in Asokoro in Abuja. The mall in Asokoro is the only place I'll be selling this bottled water, because I know that anybody that comes to this place to buy something is a big man and they can afford bottled water of 5,000 naira as against the one of 200 naira. So it is easy to target people offline or even online using social media to target high income earners online. But on Amazon, you cannot know if this person buying your book is the president's sister. You cannot know. There's no way you can target people based on their earning or their purchasing power on Amazon. I hope you understand. So with this now, you would have to spend a lot of money. If your pricing is too high compared to other people's prices, you need to spend a lot of money to reach everybody. You need to reach as many people as possible, so that out of this many people you are reaching, a few of them would now be people that can afford the high priced book. But at the same time, another thing you can use to price your book high and still sell very well is colored version. We've detected that. We found out that colored version of books sell more, based on the fact that people want to see how colorful it will be on their devices. They want to see how it will be in the book too. Some people like it colored. They want to see, if you say this particular food, you are explaining a food, they want to see how it is. exactly how it is, how it comes out in your book. So you can use colored interior to attract people and then increase the price, based especially with the fact that the printing price for colored is even higher. So there's no way you can do a colored book and price it low. You're going to be losing money. So that is enough parameter to use to filter people based on how much they'll buy your book. If somebody comes on Amazon and they see two books, let's say they see two diabetic diet cookbook, they see two of them, they see one as black and white, they see one as colored. The one that is black and white is 10.99, the one that is colored is 14.99. They can actually buy the one that is 14.99, even though the two books have the same number of pages, the same content. They can buy the one of 14.99 because it gives more value. The value of having it colored, seeing the exact thing you are doing, is more than $4 to them. So they will quickly just buy the one of $14 as against the one of $10, because the satisfaction, the projected satisfaction for the colored version is more than the $4. The happiness, the enjoyment, the fulfillment they will get for seeing the book as a colored version is more than paying $4 for it. I hope you guys understand this thing while they talk. If I later upload this video on this group, you guys need to take time to listen to it again so you will understand. The more you listen to it, the thing will break for your eyes very well. So all these psychological factors are things that you should look into before uploading a book. Another thing that people look at, that customers look at, or buyers look at before they buy your book, is the bandwagon effect. This one, they work die. If they work even to me where they talk, even to you where they listen to me, it works. The bandwagon effect is why everybody they buy this thing. Myself, I will buy them. Look at, sometimes, why do you go to the cinema to watch a movie? Even if you are busy, why do you go to the cinema? Because you just go social media, everybody talk about the movie. This movie makes sense. You guys need to watch this movie. It makes a lot of sense. Man, if you've not seen this movie by this time, you are messing up. Okay, movie too fast. If Wizkid drop new album, apart from the fact that you're a Wizkid fan, or let's say you are a Wizkid fan and Davido drop new song or new album, but say before they drop album, they used to have one or two popular songs. We are hearing the songs everywhere, yes, fine, but you are a Wizkid fan. You listen to the Davido song just because you want to criticize it. But everybody is now saying, man, no. That Davido album makes sense. Guy, forget. No, Davido try. You see that track 4 on my... And the track 4 is not anywhere on social media. Tell me if you will not go and open your Audio Mac or your Apple Music and then you want to listen to that track 4. That is what we call the bandwagon effect. This thing is the highest level of psychology in manipulating or convincing people into buying your book. And that is where the review comes in. In everything you do on Amazon, listen to me. In everything you do on Amazon, even if that will save if you are eating morning, afternoon, night, even if that will save your afternoon food money, can't take and buy review for Amazon on $1 review. Review. It is the bandwagon effect. As long as people are talking about it, just forget it. The next potential customer, that part of the manipulation process takes the higher percentage in the customer's mind. If they have to break all these things, let's say the cover, the solution, the reviews, the satisfaction, the projected value they will get from that product, if they have to break it into percentage, I swear review takes 50%. Because if every other thing is in place and nobody is talking about your book, nobody is saying this book is good, that alone is enough to make them click out of your book and go and look for somebody that, even if it's one or two people saying the book is good. So in everything you do, use your reviews to psychologically manipulate your buyers into buying your book. And this is because the bandwagon effect works every time. Even you, the reason your parents enrolled you in a particular school is because somebody has said the school is good. Most times parents don't just see a random school and then they go and put their children there. They want to hear reviews from other people. Maybe your neighbor's children are going there, or somebody they know his child is going there, or your parents will be like, which school? If after secondary school, they'll be like, you have to go to school. You go to LASU. LASU is a very good school. They talk about it. I see it on the TV, and if I'm passing there, I used to see it. My friends' children are going there. You see, this is the bandwagon effect. So make sure that you have this present in your book because it's psychological. In fact, to tell you how psychological it is, Amazon also puts a button there to say if a book is either, if a review was helpful or not. You see that the psychological effect deep. If your book gets a bad review, if your book gets it, let's say your book has 5 reviews, 4 good reviews and 1 bad review, I tell you that under the review where Amazon will say, was this helpful? Under the bad review, you will see like 10 people. Just within 30 days, you will see like 10 people that have said yes, it was helpful under the bad review. But under the good review, even if it was helpful to them, they will not say it. Go and check Amazon. I dare you. Go and give me a screenshot of anybody that said a good review was helpful and then they click is that it was helpful. Even if you see it, will very few. But you see, under bad review, was this helpful? You go see people, they click yes, because only that bad review saying this book is not good, this book does not have this book is not worth the price, saying it alone is what potential buyers will see as being helpful to them. But the fact that they read all other reviews that are saying this book is good, this book has the recipes that I want, this book has the best location, even if that decision was helpful to them and it made them bought that book, they will still not click that it was helpful. You see how psychological this can be. So you need to make sure that the bandwagon effect is present in your book. Another way to chip in bandwagon effect is to tell them, use psychologically, tell them how well people are reading this book. In your A+ content, for example, just say something like that the book has provided solution to more than 5,000 readers. Even in your description, you can add that this book has provided solution to over 5,000 readers, or the content in this book. Now, let me some people say that is manipulate, that you are trying to manipulate the people and Amazon does not want it. No, let me explain to you. You are generalizing now. That's why I said it's psychological. You are generalizing. Let's use the Dubai travel guide, for example. Let's not use Cook. If you use Cookbook, it will be too easy to decode. Let's use Dubai travel guide. You are saying that the locations you are explaining inside the side attractions rather inside this Dubai travel guide have been enjoyed by millions of people, or millions of tourists, or millions of travelers. This simply is saying that millions of people have traveled to this place and they enjoyed it. Millions of people have traveled to this location I'm telling you inside this my book and they enjoyed it. So in your A+ content, in your Dubai travel guide or any other travel guide, what you want to write there is to say that with more than 10 million people visiting these locations, I cannot use the right word, but what you are going to be saying is that more than 1 or 2 or 3 million people have visited these locations and they enjoy it. Do you know what you're saying? You are psychologically manipulating that person into buying your book, telling the person that more than 10 million people have visited that place in Dubai and they enjoyed it, but these places are inside your book. The person does not know the places now. The person is just reading your description and your title and your subtitle. He does not know the places in Dubai. But you're telling him that people have been visiting this place and they're enjoying it, but the only way to know this place is buying this book. That is psychology. So if you just go on Amazon and you start uploading books just like that, you'll be struggling with sales. I tell you, you need to understand how to manipulate buyers into buying your book. You need to understand how they think so that you know how to tackle them. That's how buyers think. Number one thing buyers used to think, we've talked about solution. Your book must be a solution. If it is not a solution, they cannot buy. You put yourself in their shoes. If something does not look like a solution to you, you will not buy it. No matter how much they advertise it, you will not buy it. Yesterday, I took my car to the mechanic. And while I was there, somebody said, because my sister wants to wed. My sister wants to wed in 2 weeks. So I've started trying to put my car in a travelable or roadworthy state because I'll be traveling with it very soon. So started doing everything that is wrong with the car and putting it in good condition. So I went to the mechanic, and then a girl came and she just said, "Good evening, sir, blah 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 blah." Now all this GNLD, Neo Life. And then she came and she was like, I said, "See, I'm busy." She was telling me everything. You know how these New Life people used to be? They are very, very adamant. They no go, you go, they disturb, you go say, they buy, they no go agree. So the girl was just talking. This, sir, she was just sweating under the sun. This one will revive your body. This one will make you this. She was advertising it to me. I said, "I've heard you, but I cannot buy it now. I'm not buying now." She said, "This pack is 40,000, but you can buy it for 20. You can buy half for 20,000. You can buy quarter for 10,000. You can do it." She advertised everything. I said, "I'm not buying. I've heard what you said. It is good. The product is good, but I'm not buying." She talked to the extent that she now told me that I can even buy 3 seeds or 3 tablets for 1,000 naira. She already brought it out from the nylon, from the pack. She put it inside the nylon. She said I should buy. I'm not buying. I beg, where I stand, she 1,000 naira go hard me to pay for that thing, but I'm not buying. This is because the product does not look like a solution to my problem. As me, she had said something like, "This product will help you clear your eyes and prevent your eyes from damaging." If you are somebody that used to look at the laptop every day, my ear will stand. Like, I look at the laptop every day. Yes, so I spend over 8 hours every day on my laptop, every blessed day, Monday to Sunday. So you're not telling me that this product would help me prevent my eyes from eye problem? Even if you don't tell me to buy half, and me go ask you, say, "Wait, I don't have 40k, but do you guys have the one of 20k or 10k? Not the one that she's now begging me with, even the one of 1,000 naira, and I still do not buy." That is because, look at the psychology there. It is because the products, even if it is 5 naira, as long as it is not a solution to my current problem, I will not buy it. That's why I said earlier that pricing is a determinant. But if a potential buyer sees that this is a solution to their problem, even if that product is expensive, they go buy them. That's why I talked about using colored version and higher price. If you are going to increase the price of your book as against other books in that category or on that page, please try to make it colored. So that is one thing that will make it stand out. Buyers are also very curious. When they see that a particular product is more expensive than other ones in the same category, they want to see why. That period that are looking at the why is this one more expensive? They want to know. Does it mean that this one is better than these ones? Now, when they click your book and they see that your book is full color is enough reason to make them pay extra for your book. I hope you understand. But this full color thing, it does not work for self-help. There is no reason why your self-help book should be in full color. So just keep doing your black and white, because even all the best-selling books, they are black and white. So there is no room for comparison. But you see cookbook, you see travel guide, you see cookbook and travel guide majorly, you need to start trying to do colored versions. Because think about it. If I want to buy a Lagos travel guide and I want to go to places like Lekki, I want to go to Oniru Beach, I want to go to National Theatre, I want to go to any other, I want to go to, which resort again, DDSF? All these resorts in Lekki now. Do you think that I'll prefer to see the picture of those places in colored version or in black and white? Tell me. Now look at it now. Let's use Naira to explain it. The one that is black and white is 2,000 naira. The one that is colored is 5,000 naira. But do you understand that the satisfaction I would derive from seeing the exact place I am going, even before I get there, seeing it physically in a colored presentation, you think I will not prefer to buy that for 5,000 naira? I'll prefer to buy that because this seems like more value for me. Seeing where I'm going even before I get there, seeing the hotel I'll be lodging even before I get there, seeing the side attractions I will see before I get there, seeing a picture of how their airports look even before I get there. And it is more visually appealing when it is colored version in a travel guide. I hope you understand. So if you want to increase your pricing, try to make it colored. You will see that sales is going to come in for you. As against a black and white, you will see food inside now. The food will be black and white. You will see the hotel will be black and white. It is not black and white. can never be compared to the visual appeal that a colored version gives. So this is why the only way to streamline the rich from the poor, the high income earners and the low income earners on Amazon, is to use something like a colored version, so that the higher it is, they want to buy. Now look at you now. I'm already rounding up. If you go to the mall now and you want to buy, let's say you want to buy beverage, you go to the beverage section and you see Milo. Apart from the fact that Milo, they don't manipulate our head. We don't even want to hear this. That Milo, they drink. Everybody want drink. But if you go with an open mind, you see Milo, you see Ovaltine, you see Bonvita, you see which other one? Let's say you see these three of them. You see over the same size. You see Milo for 5,000 naira. You see Bonvita for 5,500. You see Ovaltine for 11,000 naira. You would pick up that Ovaltine like, hey, the same. Why this one can't be expensive like this? You go to look at. Even if you don't have money to buy it, you'll be looking at it like, why is it so expensive? If you now see further, you now read further things about it, you now see that Milo is just there. Then the Bonvita 2 is just there at 5,500. But the Ovaltine, they write it there that this is imported. Number one, everybody want drink imported thing. You go down the thinker for your head, say, trying to go drink this or you bone like this. You don't think this is imported. And number two, it has natural ingredients, it has cocoa, it has this, it has that, and it does not cause diabetes because it is sugar free. You go to think. So you see that the fact that it is more expensive, they've added more value to it that can push you into buying it, even though it is more expensive. This is how buyers think. So apply all these things into your KDP. If your price is going to go a little higher, make sure that the value inside the book goes a little higher too. Now let me round up with one final psychological trick that kills everything, which is after sales service. After sales service. If you want to buy something and you know that the person you want to buy it from would give you a listening ear. Let me tell you something. Let me use my course as an example. Many people will come and they'll be like, Legal Naira, the reason I like your course is because you talk to us one-on-one. Most other coaches, they don't like talking to us. They will just do the course, we'll just buy the course and we'll not see them again. But at least you, even if you have a lot of messages, you still try to address our pain points on the group generally. Even if you don't reply your DM sometimes, and sometimes I try to reply the DM, but the people that have replied their DM would always preach about it and say, Legal Naira, they respond to DM. They are doing this. Any other person, even if you've bought a KDP course before and the coach or the creator does not give you listening ear, once you post, once you buy the course, any problem you have, you are on your own. They have a group, but the group is not functional at all. If you now see Legal Naira's own, where people are saying, Legal Naira go talk to you, Legal Naira, if you call him, he go pick, he go talk to you, he go give you solution. People most likely, even if they bought that course before, the KDP course, they might want to buy Legal Naira's own just because of that after sales service, because they have access to Legal Naira. I hope this is clear. So in your book now, let's put it in the KDP context. In your book, that's why I've thought about this. I've thought this thing before, but let me just teach you again. In your book, always get a custom email. That is the only way you can use to tell people that you have an after sales service, and you don't have to write it explicitly in your book cover or in your description. There's an after sales. Don't use the word after sales. You can go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to give you other words that you can use to represent the word after sales service. ChatGPT will give you a lot of them, but let me give you one now. You can tell them that you can write it in the description, or most likely, so the best place to put it is your A+ content, but you can also put it in your description. You can tell them that if they encounter any issue, they can always get back. They can always get. They can always get. What's the word? They can always make more inquiries from you. That's one of the things. You know that I told you, if I ask in the description, the book should have, after the introduction, you should have why key factors about this book or something like that. Then why get this book? Then key features. Sorry. Then what's this last one again? The on my head no booto. Who this book is for? Target audience. Now, somewhere around the benefits of this book, you don't use the word benefit too, because benefits don't cast. You go use something like key features or why you should get this book or something like that. I've forgotten how we used to write it. So you should tell the inside that part of the book, you now put it there that You are always available, like constant support. That's the word. Constant support after purchase. If that's in your book, that you see the psychological, it is enough to buyers not go look, they're not go see, just like the analysis I gave you now, that I said people are buying my course not because I'm saying anything exceptional or not because I'm teaching what people are teaching. In fact, there are some KDP courses that have more content, more in-depth content than what I'm teaching. But the fact that in most cases you will see me chatting on the group, even though we have 4 different groups, you will see me chatting on each of them, trying to see, okay, what's your problem? The ones I can answer, I will answer at least. If there are like 20 questions, I can answer like 10 or maybe 9 or something like that, and then I'll answer some. So the fact that I answer some is what those people that answer their own questions, they would go and be saying, Lega Naira used to answer questions on the group and all. And people that already bought KDP because of other creators would want to buy Lega Naira's own just because of that after sales service, after sales support. So not that after you buy the course, you just go, you will not hear from me again. We'll not talk about, if you have a problem, nobody will respond to you and all. So that thing is something you should put inside your book. Maybe in your back end, in your A+ content, you put something like that, constant support after purchase. You let them know that in the future, if they have issues, you can be their listening ear. Okay, so if you use ChatGPT will give you the words to use, and then you put it inside your book. Like I said, dedicate a page for it, but put it somewhere like if your book is 100 pages, use the page 50 to do that. Put your email, put the barcode. Although I'm teaching all these things in the revamped course, but I'm just telling you, put your email, put the barcode, so that when they have problem, they can always come back to you and ask questions. In fact, the psychological effect of this is that you will keep selling to them in future. They think that you are doing them a favor by giving them access to you if they have problems about the book they bought, not knowing that you are doing that because you want to sell more books to them. You see that it is psychological. You are manipulating them into accepting your offer, thinking that they are the ones benefiting, not know that now you go we get the book, they benefit. I hope you understand. So we're going to round up now because we spent almost 2 hours, if I'm right, or maybe 1 hour and thereabout. So, but I hope you guys understand this psychological effect of what buyers are thinking, what they do before they buy your book, what influences their decision to buy your book. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for joining today's class. I'm going to take a few questions and then we can continue our question and answer section on the WhatsApp group. So if you want to ask questions based on today's class, please signify, hey, see question, hey, God. Question not plenty. Okay, Isa, ISA. Let's quickly hear from you. Who again? I don't know who to see people. Hey, God. Hola, they come. Okay, good evening, Isa. How are you doing?
Thank you, I'm fine, sir, and thank you very much for the class, sir. So, my question is about the issue of reviews.
The line is, your network is tall. The issue of what? Sorry. You say your question is about what?
The issue of reviews for books.
Reviews.
My question is on reviews.
Reviews, okay, yes.
Yes, buying reviews for books.
Yeah. What is the question about reviews?